if you can hear that, very care closely, or maybe very loud, if you can hear it right now. We have a fourth co-host now. His name is Marshall, and we could have a fifth co-host named Mabel as well.
My sweet Mabel would never bark like that.
Yeah, Marshall's having his witching hour, we like to call it, right around.
I feel like it's a little late for a witching hour, isn't it?
He's been tired all day, so I think kind of kick the can down the road. We got to pay the piper at some point.
Did you crate him, or he just barks?
Oh, we're crate training him.
No, but is that why he's barking right now?
Yeah, because he thinks
okay, he's in his crate.
Get out.
Yeah.
He's lovely in the mornings, and I love Marshall dearly. But this is the time of night where we've got an additional co-host on the show, and it's when he's the next room over, and it's thin walls. You do the math, but no, we're happy to have him, and you know what? He's just really excited for the Red Sox offseason, and he's really excited for the other guest that we have on this edition of Pawn on Lansdowne. Who's that gentleman? Who's that man that's coming onto the program this week?
Well, I don't know. That's Sweet
Lou. It's in the middle of the episode. It hasn't happened yet.
Oh, right. Okay, we want to do that.
Well, we didn't tell Liam beforehand who it was. Jake already knew as well as I that it is the one and only Lou Merloni on the episode. He was very generous with his time. Spoke with us for an hour, just talking pigs, talking werewolves.
Yep.
Talking a little Joe Castiglione at the end, and of course talking about the latest Red Sox rumors and ideas for the offseason and what's sure to be a very big winter for the Boston Red Sox. A winter that will be along with you for the ride for us, of course, being Pawn on Lansdowne. I am Matt Manti, a.k.a. Fitz. I'm joined by Henley Enjoyer, a.k.a. Jake, and Abraham Almonte, a.k.a. Liam. You're stealing my swag with the random players, but I appreciate the effort on there. That's one thing, Liam, but number two, before we get into the Lou Merloni interview later, which we dived into some even more specifics about these players.
Dove,
thank you. I appreciate that.
Dove.
I gotta wrap up this point because I don't want people to keep hearing Marshall talking. I gotta mute my mic. But Liam, I feel like, based off of your posting, this could be an all-time episode from you, because I feel like your head is spinning, my friend.
I'll try to get the energy up again. If we had done this before the Lou interview, I would have been an absolute monster. I feel like I'm a bit more subdued at this hour now at this point, but I'll do my best. I'll try to put on the show.
You gotta fake it until you make it.
So can I just two things before we kind of get cracking here? Is that cool? First and foremost, I just want to publicly. Well, first things first, Liam. You're like ASMR kind of with how loud your mic is. I like it. I can hear you smack your lips and everything. It's kind of hot and sexy. So that was not included in my two things. So the first thing of my two things, I want to admit up front, this is one of the first times I have not known who Fitz's name is. I had not.
I also don't know who it is.
Matt Manti. I looked it up.
I was afraid to say.
I looked it up. Pretty decent reliever. Spent a lot of time in Arizona and Florida. And he pitched 34 games for the 2005 Boston Red Sox.
Yeah, someone didn't play enough owner mode in MVP 05, and it shows.
Yeah, I get. Well, I didn't. Yeah, that wasn't.
Him and John Lama holding down the bullpen.
And then thirdably, the reason I named my name is Henley Enjoyer is I just got this shirt from LL Bean. It's this Henley. And I just want to. I know that this is a audio format, but just between the three of us, do you guys think? I think I look pretty handsome in it. Like I really like.
It's a good look.
It's like waffle.
It's
and so I'm gonna get another one, and maybe I might get two. I think I'm gonna get green and then another color. There's like an orangish and a maroon and like a black and a gray. What do you guys?
White will go with everything.
They don't have white. There's no white.
Yeah, so Fitz distracted me. What were the other colors? Gray.
There's gray. There's like an orangish, a lighter blue, and like a maroon.
Light blue goes with everything.
Ooh.
Light blues are very.
I feel like
green. I would go. I would go light blue or the maroon one. I think you can rock.
I think maroon because this is navy. I don't know if I need two.
Oh,
blues.
that's navy. Oh,
yeah. I know.
His eyes are completely black.
Albert Fish.
Maroon and gold I might complain about, but maroon just straight up I'm okay with that. We're talking about Henleys before we talk about the big pressing baseball developments with the Red Sox. Which, I mean, technically, I guess development's maybe not the right word.
Yeah, that's a strong word. It's
The rumor.
What's
I mean,
the-
hey,
Miller.
Justin Wilson, since we last talked.
That's
what?
right.
The big lefty? Come on, man.
Oh, right. I did. Yeah, that's right.
I remember my dad freaking out when he heard that. He's like, "Oh my god, it's gonna be another off season of the bargain bin time." I'm like, "Dad, it just started. The chips haven't."
That was
fallen
like
yet."
one of my favorite tweets I've ever had in my life was 2 years ago. I was at the second Bruins game of the year, and my dad leans over to me, maybe 5 minutes into the second period. So the Bruins have played that would be 85 minutes of hockey this season. When my dad, he leans over and he goes, "Hampus Lindholm's kind of having a quiet year, huh?"
Well, was it to that point? Yeah, you could be right.
I guess
That's undeniable. That's
it
undeniable.
has stuck with me for 2 years. I always think about him saying, I think it was one of the funniest things he's ever said. 85 minutes of hockey had gone by. I was like, I guess, Dad. I don't know. I mean, sure.
I guess before we hop into the Red Sox talk, Jake, how are you feeling about Jimbo getting the axe?
Oh yeah, little pot on Causeway, real quick.
Yeah. How are you feeling about that? Especially the fact that the Blues picked him up like 72 hours later.
Liam,
You think the Blues kind of tampered a little?
I am. I'm getting a little conspiratorial regarding
Tinfoil
Jim.
hats on. Info wars.
There's a couple pieces of information. Well, first and foremost, I think it had to happen. The team looked like shit and piss these first 20 games. It was gross. I mean, they were losing. Like, they were just under 500, which in itself is like, that's fine. They were playing some of the most uninspired hockey I've watched in like my 25 years of life. It was just horrible. As far as the tampering goes, I like fully believe that something shady was going on for a couple reasons. First and foremost, last April when the Bruins, they beat the Leafs and then went into the second round against the Panthers, the Blues did not make it official that their coach, the guy that they fired 2 days ago, he was an interim last season, the second half of last season, and then they did not make him the official head coach until 2 days after the Bruins season ended. And like the Bruins didn't fire Montgomery, so I think they were waiting to see if the Bruins did fire Montgomery the end of last season. And then the fact that Montgomery negotiated a 5-year contract in 2 days to coach the Blues is like, I don't recall that in the middle of the season, mind you. And if it was the off season, that'd be
like,
one.
sure.
Like Bruce Cassidy, when the Bruins fired him a couple years ago, he left and was unemployed for like 9 days. And then signed with Vegas, but like it's the off season, so there's not like that's fine. He was fired and he went to an open spot. Like they had I don't know. There's a lot. It's a little. I wouldn't mind a draft pick coming my way if they could get a little. If they could look into this a little bit. Anyway, this is a Red Sox show.
Do you think Neely and Sweeney are untouchable?
No, I think if they miss the playoffs this year, then they both would probably go.
Heads will actually roll.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah.
Are you excited for the Centennial though? Last question.
No.
Last Bruins question.
No. I almost wanted to go. And Liam, if you want to go with me, I will still go. But,
I'll still be in Baltimore.
Oh, you won't be back
sadly.
yet?
No.
Okay. All right. So I won't go then. I bought the jersey.
At us to get back to the Red Sox stuff. That's what's
sorry.
happening right now. But in any event, Juan Soto, he's a player. He's a Red Sox player potentially. If you believe the reports that the Red Sox are one of the Final Four teams to acquire his services, there's so much going on right now with the rumors. The Soto, are they in on 2 of the 3 big starting pitchers on the market? According to Bob Nightingale, are the Red Sox going to sign 2 or 3 of Fried and Burns and Blake Snell? Now Roki Sasaki being posted. The rumors that potentially, hey, maybe Devers is moved off of third base, and maybe that results in Tristan Casas being moved. A lot of noise going on right now. People are itching for a shoe to actually drop. You got dogs barking, looking for free agency and trades to actually go down. What do we make of this, Liam? I know you said you got to get the energy back up, but
yeah, no, I mean there's so much smoke that I think something large and significant is coming. We can I can make that banner when we hop off here. Large and significant.
Did somebody say that, or did you just say that?
I just said that. I said
No,
that.
I don't. I don't think you could. I don't think you can make your own.
I can't
banner.
do that. I
Self
can't do that.
banner. No.
Yeah, you
Oh,
can't.
okay.
No,
I won't do
that's
that
a little.
then.
That's a little masturbatory.
Raise it.
I think it's a lot of masturbatory.
Just envision it. Just envision it. Well, I mean, oh my god! Every time there's a fucking rumor, my notifications raise it, raise it, raise it.
That's your
God.
thing, dude.
No, the
You're
factory's
literally.
fucking-
Have we made
It's
the
gonna
Bart
be the,
Simpson meme for you? Has anyone?
I don't think so.
Like,
Where's
say
that?
the
I didn't do
line.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, we should do that. I'll do that. At
Yeah, I mean, like I think the banner factory right now, if things keep going the way they're going, it's gonna be
yeah, it's gonna be like when they started killing themselves off the Apple factory. You know, remember that? And they put the nets up. You know what I'm
Oh,
talking
I didn't hear about that.
Yeah.
I was thinking more like Triangle Shirtwaist Factory, but
Like
that works too. My staff are unionizing, but regardless, I think ownership is actually serious this winter. There's just like I don't know. I look at the roster as it was constructed last year, and could they have been better if they had actually, put their best foot forward last year and I don't know, maybe gone out and gotten a Lugo right at the start of the winter, et cetera, guys like that. Yes, but I think really and I mentioned this in our interview with Lou, but like the window is a door now, as AC said during the season. And I know he was talking more specifically like that season in itself, but I think it's an apt phrase to use for the big four that are coming, and I would almost surely expect, as long as the sun doesn't explode, that all four of them will have major league experience under their belt 12 months from now, to some degree. And it just feels like this is the winter where real contention starts. Like, we'll look back on this winter and say, if they win the World Series 3 or 4 years from now, like, this is where they laid the foundation. So I don't think you can pass up this opportunity right now. You got one chance, as Eminem once said.
Yeah.
Quoting
So,
them in the big 2024. Listen, I know the Lions are having a great year. It's a big year for Detroit sports.
Hey, Detroit's back, man. Detroit's back. They got the Cy Young winner, the Lions. But no, I
Our
genuinely
apologies to Lucy Burge for disparaging Eminem, but
Eminem's number one fan. But no, I think at the end of the day, they're going to make a big move this winter. And if they don't, then hey, fool me once,
Then fuck you.
fool
I guess,
me twice.
There's an old saying in Tennessee. I've said it. It's like, I think I tweeted this the day the Sam Kennedy. What, Fitz?
I was just continuing that George W. Bush. It was all saying Texas.
Oh.
No, it's
I
Texas.
think I tweeted this the day that Sam Kennedy interview came out. Like, this feels like it's kind of it. Like, you fooled me once, twice, 3 times. This, you can't get fooled again. You can't get fooled again.
I mean, if it doesn't happen this winter, I don't know. Like, I am genuinely all in on John Henry has found his religion, as Jeff Passan put it the other day. I completely buy into John Henry has woken up. He is.
Are you subscribing to my theory that it was it was filming the 04 doc?
Oh yeah, no, I'm all in on that. I think he watched that and was like, wow. I don't know.
He's like, wow, I was so fucking cool. Like, I was beloved.
He gave himself chills when he was watching.
Urethra. I love that meme.
I think he gave himself chills when he watched the clip, and he was talking about like, I looked over to Larry and said, "Can we fire him now?" In regards to Grady Little, like I think that. He gave him some juice.
He did the "Where's your rage?" He did that to himself. He was like, "Where is my rage?"
Rise.
Yeah, rise.
Who am I? It's like the Mr. Krabs meme where he's like golfing. He goes, wait a minute.
Wait a minute. I have $4 billion. Wait a minute.
I mean, listen, we have more specific thoughts on the rumors that we have seen over the last 2 weeks since we last spoke with you fine folks during the Lou Merloni interview. And by we, I mean mainly him, because Lou's way smarter than all three of us combined when it comes to these things. So we kind of went through all of that. Now's a great time to maybe throw to that interview so folks can actually hear those thoughts about how to make sense of all of these rumors.
It's meaty. It's meaty.
It is.
It is meaty.
There's a lot in there.
Meaty for Thanksgiving. Maybe you don't eat meat. Maybe you're a vegetarian. That's totally fine. Or vegan. Maybe. But this is vegan-y then for those folks. It's an hour-long interview.
I just came up with a really good idea for our segment after this, Fitz. So,
great.
Okay.
There's a tease for you.
Well, the tease for us, I'm going to hear about it in about 45 seconds. For the people listening, they're going to have to wait an hour and 45 seconds or so.
That's right.
Because we're going to throw to our interview with Lou Merloni. When, Marshall?
Lou.
Right now?
Lou.
Right now? Right now.
What if it was actually we just had an interview with like Lou Bega? Talk Mambo number 5 for an hour.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I think
listeners just hear that for an hour straight.
Raphael Devers goes and he makes a daft.
We don't need to touch on this on the pod because it's unrelated. But when we were just talking about like laying foundations, I just googled like the free agent list for next year. Putrid. I think there's
who's the biggest name?
There's 3 good bats. I would say, Vlad and Kyle Tucker. It's like pretty much. After that, it's
another fucking lefty.
After that, it's a lot of olds. A lot of some okay pieces, but they're all old. Like they're the only guys that I.
Thanks for the compliment, Jonah. Great interview. I appreciate that. So, all right, let's 10 seconds.
Thanks, J-Dog.
Liam, Fitz, is his mic really loud for you too, or no?
It's fine.
Okay. Yeah,
Fitz, you're a little quiet. I don't know if that's because.
But it balances.
You
have
that
thing that
balances it. Yeah, because I'll mix it down. I'll end up sounding way fucking louder than I should.
Hey, that's cool.
But
it's okay.
Again, when I get that
don't hate on
Mac
yourself.
in a new, maybe I'll sound nice and better. And I gotta do something else, especially if Christina moves out at some point. Gotta make this into a pod.
Fitz, I love you. I love you, Fitz.
I love you too. I love you too, Jake.
I miss you guys.
I miss you too.
I love my boys.
Let me start this up in 5 seconds. Jesus. Alex texted me. He's driving me up a wall. Sorry, he's barking on the way through. Shut the fuck up, buddy. It's okay.
I've been working down in the bloody mines.
40 hours tonight. Oh, would you shut the fuck up? Itzy! Join your talkie at the dinner table. Don't you tell me to shut up.
Sorry, I ruined it.
You know what I learned? He says I was down in the bloody mines for 14 hours today. He says it's like 14, like that, like me screaming. But the way when I first heard it the first couple of times, I thought he said for 40 hours today.
I also
thought it was 40.
I think it's funny. It's funny.
Way funnier if it's 40
Yeah.
hours.
If you stood on there for 40 hours.
For 40 hours today. For 40 hours today. Anyway, all right. So, back in 5 seconds. Actually, 5 seconds this time. Okay, we want to say thank you, a big thank you to Lou Merloni for coming on, talking about pigs and werewolves and
Joe Castigs.
Swearing. Again, that makes my heart smile so much. That Joe Castig having hissy fits, he's just like us. Just like us.
Hissy Fitz, that's your name, actually.
What's that?
Your name is Fitz. Hissy Fitz.
There you
Hissy
go,
Fitz.
right? Yeah. That's Hissy Fitzy Mopania. Just like that. Hissy Fitzy.
That's the full legal name.
Yes, on my birth certificate. Liam, you said you had a great idea for a segment for the third and final segment.
I did. So obviously, guys, I don't know if you're aware, Thanksgiving is on Thursday. Jake, if you had to give me 4 staples at your Thanksgiving, what are those dishes?
This is such a classic guys that start a podcast thing.
But
guys,
no,
because like a sandwich.
Yeah.
No, because whatever 4 staples you give me, then I'm going to ask what Red Sox targets would each dish be.
Okay.
That's a great one.
Well, I'll give you mine right now. You ready?
Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
This is so easy for me. I'm a pretty picky eater, like in general, but mashed potatoes, easy number one. I fucking love mashed potatoes.
Yup.
Stuffing, I love stuffing. Ham. I'm a ham guy. This is controversial. I
Oh.
don't love turkey. Like I'll eat turkey, but if both are laid out in front of me, I will literally always pick ham.
Ham is delicious.
Actually, that's fair. Yeah, if they're both there, I'm going ham.
I just like ham. And then my mom makes every year she makes like a sweet potato like
Ooh.
marshmallow thing. I don't know.
Sounds
does anyone know?
delicious.
Yeah.
Like little
I don't-
casserole type
Yeah,
deal.
it's like a sweet potato marshmallow casserole. I don't know if that has a name or whatever, but those are my four. Easy,
Potato yams.
easy. Fitz, what is yours?
So for me, I will go with the bird. I'll pick the basic one. I do love turkey. Light meat, dark meat, you name it. I do love my turkey. Have to go mashed potatoes. The mashed spuds. Yeah. Absolutely.
There's nothing better.
Stuffing for sure. Definitely stuffing. And then my mom. I'm torn between two desserts that she makes.
Desserts.
Desserts.
they pay me awards.
That's Oz Cobb over there.
Two desserts.
Desserts. I'm gonna get you out of here, ma.
She'll either make what's like a root beer cake. It's basically vanilla golden cake with like root beer based glaze in there. It tastes delicious with a scoop of vanilla ice cream. It's fucking bomb. Either that or like a mint Oreo cookie like ice cream cake she'll make around Thanksgiving, and it's delightful. It's so good.
Ooh,
She also does homemade
that
Baileys
sounds
during the holiday
good
season as well, based with Jameson, but that's really good. So to put these to Red Sox players.
Yeah,
Turkey
Red Sox targets.
Yeah,
So
target. Yeah, exactly. Targets. The turkey, even based off of what Jake just said, I think most people would agree that turkey is a must. It is the staple of the holiday for a reason. It's the imagery of it. It's absolutely something that you need. So the turkey is one of either your Corbin Burns, Max Fried, Blake Snell.
I like
okay?
it,
You
Fitz.
need
100%.
starting pitching help. Okay. Mashed potatoes, I think personally maybe the tastiest of the bunch.
Yeah.
Probably the tastiest. Probably my absolute favorite. My mom's mashed potatoes are out of this world. That's the second of Corbin Burns and Max Fried and Blake Snell. You need those two together. You can't have one without the other here. All right.
Yeah.
We're doing this all off the dome.
Yeah.
Right?
I like
if
it.
I had to pick one, I guess I would take the mashed potatoes. So it's mashed potatoes is the number one of those three, but then turkey still brings it together. You have the nice foundation of the turkey and the upside of a really good thing of mashed potatoes. Stuffing, maybe not everyone's. No, I mean,
stuffing's my favorite. Stuffing's my favorite.
I think most people do like stuffing. Maybe stuffing is like a strong bullpen arm. You know?
I like that.
You know what I mean? Maybe not the highlight, but like, damn, that's still important that you need.
Still, yeah.
And then your dessert is your Juan Soto, because even if you don't get Juan Soto, even if you don't get some of that root beer cake or that mint Oreo ice cream cake or whatever dessert you might have, my mom does another thing called a chocolate mess, where it's basically like you put like brownie mix and like chocolate pudding into a crock pot and like it puts it together. I don't know exactly how she does it, but it's almost like a soft spongy cake, and it's warm and it's served out of the crock pot. It's fucking amazing. It's so good.
I'm coming over to the Fitz's
Chocolate
next
mess,
year.
Absolutely.
I know.
Right?
I might make the trip.
God damn.
Right?
Fitz,
Come
you know
over-
what?
come over to
Actually,
Quincy.
Fitz, how far? Maybe I will come.
I'm going,
I'll just show up.
I'm going to North Carolina for the holiday. I'm driving down. As you're listening
Fuck!
to this right now on Wednesday, I'll be in North Carolina.
Fuck, dude. I'll be in Mass too for Thanksgiving.
It's tough. What are you gonna do?
I totally could have come.
What are you gonna do?
Oh, I still got to get you your Jimmy Buffett bobbleheads.
Yeah, you do.
I gotta get.
It's just been sitting in my apartment.
That's okay.
But even if you don't get Juan Soto, right? Even if you don't get him,
You're
you
full.
can still
You're
have
full
a
regardless.
successful offseason. But literally, the icing on the cake would be getting a guy who's on the fast track to Cooperstown. So there you go. Off the dome. Those are your Red Sox.
Jake, do you have any?
No,
any
not really.
critiques?
I mean, you know what? The only thing, the only other way I could spin that is like I said, like I like a ham. You know, I'm not a turkey guy, so that would just kind of be the way I would say that is like Fitz kind of did it. The mashed potatoes is your other starter, but I would just say the ham is my other starter. It's like the turkey's one, the ham's the other. Take your pick. I don't care.
Okay.
Just give me a fucking starter. You know, I need some innings. That's all.
Nice.
Yeah.
I thought you guys handled that very well.
Thanks, man. No,
That was good. That was on the fly. That was good. That was on
on the fly.
How about
Improv.
So,
Yes,
no big
and.
deal. Yeah.
Yes, and anything else that we want to bring up before we?
Oh yeah, let me just get on my soapbox real quick about Devers
yeah.
and Arenado.
I can't
and
even.
I just want to say, guys, it's fucking stupid.
Yes.
Stupid to get Arenado or stupid to move?
I just think it is, and I said it when we were talking to Lou. Like, we're missing the forest for the trees. Like, this should not be our priority. This should not be dominating the Red Sox discourse the past 48 hours. Like, moving Casas, moving Devers, getting Arenado, moving Yoshida. Why the fuck would the Cardinals even take Yoshida? I don't understand how any of this adds up.
Well, that was my.
Someone help me. I don't know if either of you two are like actually in the camp. We're like, okay, I can see that working.
The only time
Because I'm just trying to understand. Help me understand.
Let him fucking speak, Liam.
Yeah,
he's trying to
help
help you
me-
understand.
Help me
You
understand
want me to explain?
because there's still $100 million owed to Arenado, and okay, so if you're moving to Yoshida,
Is there really?
There's $50 million over the next 2 years, plus a third-year option they could
Spotrac
pick up.
had it way lower than that. I thought it was.
Yeah, where did you pull that number from?
I saw there was 27 next year, and then okay, so then
21.
22 and 26.
I thought it was 16 then. Spotrac lied to me.
Were these
Yes, I saw-
averages?
No. I pulled up Spotrac today. It said technically his base next year is 32 million. 5 of that is being paid by the Rockies, and then in 26 it's 27, 5 of which is being paid by the Rockies. Then there's a third-year option in there. I don't remember what that was, but then there's 50 million in deferred payments through like 2045. I don't want any part of that.
We'd get that?
I would assume so.
Payroll annual for Nolan Arenado. Again, this is on Spotrac.
Well, no, but
Next 3
Fitz,
years, 21, 16, 15.
Yeah. No, but Liam, there's the deferred stuff.
Yeah, the
too.
deferred money. Yeah, I don't know. That's bad. I don't know what to tell you at that point. I'm just saying for what
That's
is
bad.
on the books for that.
Well,
Listen, the only time.
I looked at his Savant today too. Like the exit
Second.
below, it was like 9th
Yeah,
percentile.
like 25th percentile ex WOBA. Like, yeah, maybe
okay,
he's able
okay,
to hold
he's-
the ball at Fenway. That's nice, but you still play half the games not at Fenway, right? So,
It's like, okay, he's laying off pitches, great. Like the approach, that's what you want. But like everything else, when he's putting the ball in play, he's not hitting the ball hard.
is
like,
he
of course-
is
of
he a
course the defense is
whatever
great.
happened there candidate?
I don't know. I mean, those numbers, like, yeah, they've been on the decline since his stellar 22. He had a so-so year in 23, and it fell off the cliff in 24. You just have to ask yourself, is that just an exception to an otherwise pretty solid resume? And as I wrote on the Over the Monster article that was published Monday, or do you think that this is the new norm for him? I am hesitant to think that this is just a one-off thing for him.
He's
What I wrote
33.
is that like 99 times out of 100, just about every situation, bringing on Arenado would be a bad idea. The only way I could be able to ride with it is if you are able to convince the Cardinals to take on the Yoshida money, which I'm not convinced that they will. But if you are able to do that,
And then you'd have to sweeten it with some like 1 or 2.
mid-level
I would imagine
prospects. I don't know
top
what
15?
the prospect capital would be, right?
How old is Arenado?
Arenado's going to be entering his age 34 year.
No.
Jim.
Yeah, Jim. I don't know. I thought he was a little younger than that. I'm out.
Listen,
For that reason, I'm out.
To me, it just makes no sense. I don't know why the Cardinals
I
would
don't
ever
think it
make
makes
that deal in a
yeah,
million years.
I don't. Well,
Especially
to be fair,
when people are like, "Oh, the whole thing is about Yoshida's money." What
to be, Liam, who gave you?
it takes 2 to tango.
who gave
guys.
Yoshida the
I don't know
money?
if you know this.
Who gave Yoshida the money? Who signed
We did.
that deal?
No, Liam. Think deeper. Think deeper.
Who was the president of baseball ops who gave Masataka
I'm not
Yoshida?
gonna sit here and slander Heim. You'll never get me to do it.
No,
It's
Liam.
not slander because it's
Liam.
true.
Heim.
signed him.
Where is Heim now?
Heim's going to be taking over the team at the end of
Whoa.
25.
Whoa.
I still don't think they do it. That makes no
I
sense.
don't think so.
That
Listen,
makes
I
no
don't think so
sense.
either. But
Liam just saw a
it's
ghost.
not
He go,
nothing.
whoa.
It's not nothing.
Whoa.
And the only way I could get rid of
Heim's
Arenado,
been behind this all along.
the only way you
He's
can get
pulling the
Arenado-
strings.
The only way you could get me to sign on for an Arenado deal is if you're able to swap
that
money
anti-Semitic?
with Yoshida, right? Because Yoshida, we've talked about it on this show multiple times now. He's a square peg in the round hole. He's a lefty outfielder who's not good enough.
They don't put in the
organization
outfield.
to play in the outfield.
I think he's going to Worcester.
He
I
doesn't have the
seriously think if they can't find a taker, they're
I don't think
Castilloing him.
At the end of the day, listen.
I looked
again,
at this though. They're still on the hook, tax wise for him. Even
No, I know. I'm just saying, like, they can't. They literally, like,
yeah, you just
we've
gotta
been over
fucking-
this a thousand fucking times. But the way everybody's talking, like, especially when Anthony is ready, there is legitimately like nowhere for him to play next year. That wouldn't handicap
Right,
the
so
rest
if
of the
you're
lineup
somehow
every
able
night.
to leverage that into a guy who could be a stalwart in the infield on the left side for a team that has had awful defensive play over the last couple of years, I don't think that's nothing.
I also think
but again, that hinges on something that's probably not going to happen. This could all be a moot point. I don't think Yoshida's going anywhere because I don't think anyone's going to take on that money.
I think he's going. I think he's going right down I-90. That's where he's going.
I look at it this way: it really depends which pitchers you're bringing in. If you bring in Snell and Crochet with the swing and miss stuff, I'm not worried about Devers over at third. There's not going to be that many balls put in play. Whereas, okay, if you go get Fried and there's a lot of ground balls, then I understand the Arenado bit. But at the end of the day, the deal still does not add up on the Cardinals' end. Why would they do that?
Can I just
Exactly.
Unless
can I
Heim
just
is
say-
Heim's been itching to get Yoshida
Wants to
back.
confirm his priors. Listen,
Yeah.
I play
take
fantasy
Storm
football.
too.
I want to confirm my priors too.
Well, and we get into this with Lou. Like, I just don't think. I think that if you're handed the Red Sox roster tonight, it's like I do not think getting Devers off third is in the top like 15 things that you need to do to fix that team. Like, I just don't care. I don't. He's fine. I don't care. Fix the fucking pitching. Fuck off.
Yeah, this whole thing is just like nonsense. It's like it's a distraction.
I also just hate anything with trading Casas, and I think we're all on the same page.
Trading
I think
Casas would be a bad idea.
for that, I'm so fully out on that. One, because I do really fundamentally believe he's like a special talent. We have Freddie Freeman at home, basically. We have Matt Olson at home, if not Freddie. Like Casas in 23 was like literally the stats back this one. He was a top 20
OPS,
bat
top
in
10,
baseball.
right?
Yeah, I don't think it was top 10. I think it was
Top
a little
12
less than-
maybe.
Yeah,
something like that.
something like that. Either way, that's
Point is,
pretty
we're
fucking
good.
good.
In the neighborhood.
Really
That's
good.
elite. That's elite.
That's elite. And it's like, I don't want to trade him anyway, regardless. Trading him right now, he missed nearly all of last year. His value cannot be as high as it normally would be right now. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. I'm so fucking sick. It's pretty much just Ken Rosenthal putting that out. Like, there's other people that are all talking about moving Devers, but some of those include DH, so that's its own thing.
Which I'm fine.
I am so not at all interested in trading Casas.
Yeah.
Unless you're getting, there's like 3 guys I think in baseball that are realistic for him. Like it's like, no, you know what? I don't even know. Fuck that. I don't think I believe what I just said. This he is gonna start if he's healthy, he is the all-star starter for the AL.
Last year?
First
Yeah,
base is a
100%.
fucking wasteland
Could be
in the
flat.
AL. Are you kidding me? Vlad,
Like,
Tubby.
To me, I'm like, are we really sure
Okay,
Vlad's? Everybody's
you're
like,
getting
is
into
Vlad the real
the-
deal? Is Vlad the real deal? He's had what, 19, 21 in last year?
Yeah, he's good every third year. I don't fucking care.
Okay, yeah, maybe he doesn't have it. I don't know.
And then you got to fucking pay him next winter anyway. Get out of here.
Which
Get
he's gonna
outta
sign
here.
in Boston if you ask some people.
Hey,
can
at that point, then sure, trade costs if you want to sign Vlad. I'm not trading for Vlad. Sorry.
Sorry.
Not doing it. Sorry. Hanging up.
I've been a Vlad hater for several years. Not a hater. He seems like a nice guy, I guess, but I don't believe he's not dependable at all. He literally goes through multi-year stretches where he's just mid. Like, I don't think he sucks or anything, but there was a solid 2.5 years where he was an average baseball player. What do you want me to do with that? I'm not leveraging my team to bring that in. On his best day, yeah, he's a top probably 5, 6, 7 hitter in the league. His best day is not nearly frequent enough. Why are we talking about Vlad? Who cares? Where'd that even come from?
I'm looking at him right now. I'm looking at okay, so I'm thinking so 21 and obviously this past season were his truly like elite years. He had an OPS of 1,000 in 2021. He had an OPS of 940 last year.
And he was bad the first like 2 months of 24, I think.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
100%. So I don't know. He's going into a career year. Like, okay, maybe he pops off again and gets a bag. But hey, it'd be nice to have him. But guys, here's the thing: we have a really good first baseman already. So
we sure do.
Why the fuck are we
sure
talking
do.
about this?
I know that's my
Drives
hang up
me
with
up
the
the
whole
wall.
thing, and I said it to Lou. This is after the interview. Yeah, I said it, dear listeners. I said this to Lou during the pod. This is such a bizarre time to. Devers has been basically the same player at third, other than 2019, where he was like really fucking good statistically for some reason. But he's basically been the same since then, like just below average for the most part. Several of those years, the Red Sox had basically no one playing first base. I feel like that would have been the optimum time if you were gonna make this move, make this call. You have a good first baseman over there now. I do not know why people are harping on this. Also, your offense is. You scored the 9th most runs in baseball last year. Like, that is not the most important thing.
We don't have to
be
blow
worrying
up
about
the
right now.
lineup right now.
You got four fucking top
with
prospects
more help on
waiting
the
in the
way.
wings.
Without
I feel like
involved
that
in
Tony
for a
Soprano meme where he's like, I hate this fucking shit. That's how I feel talking about this. Like, I'm getting like emotional. It's so stupid. What are we doing?
The last
Red
48
Sox
hours, I've been
baseball's
so
back, baby.
pissed
We're getting
off.
emotional about this shit.
I hate this fucking shit.
People in my replies, man, I'm done with it. I can't.
I'm
take
calling.
It anymore.
I
was
I'm
crashing
like
out.
threatening Ken Rosenthal and shit. Like, I'm sick of this.
I was crashing out on the timeline earlier today.
Me too.
Before we hopped on, I
You
was
usually
like,
don't lose your cool, Liam. You
no,
are
man, I'm done. I'm done with
Fitz,
it.
do
It's
I?
the
Do I lose my cool,
dumbest-
Fitz?
buddy.
I-
The guy who says I'm gonna you know what every 5 minutes and says it's over when the other team scores one parentheses the number 1 run. It's over. It's over. It's over.
Oh my god, I can't do opening day when Casas is standing at first base. I might just start tweeting it like "fuck you" at Ken Rosenthal. I'm so sick. Why is it
double
only him?
birds.
Why is he so obsessed with this? He's literally
Tristan alone.
It's strange. Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't understand it, man. And it feels like the whole radio caller crowd, the only people that are like, let's trade Casas.
Well,
Anybody that fucking it's literally that tweet where the guy's like, I'm gonna look at the box score and then hop online and argue with people that watch the whole game. Like that's the Casas argument. Are you
classic?
I'm like, are you actually
also-
watching Casas take at bats? Are you actually watching
there were
him night in and
some
night out? 'Cause
people.
you're not.
Some people I follow on Twitter who had the report that Casas, Abreu, and somebody would like start a crochet conversation. Who was that? Today?
Oh, I think that was Bowden this morning, right?
Yeah,
or
Bowden,
it was
which-
Nightingale.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this as flat as possible. That is so fucking stupid. That if that's the start, you hang up.
No,
Like
I'm done.
on no planet is that even sort. I don't listen. I know that I like my players. Like you become attached to these guys. Garrett Crochet is not. Garrett Crochet for Casas straight up would like be pretty close to fair, I would say, and I still probably wouldn't do it. But the fact that it was Casas, Abreu, and then a third name, I forget what it was. Are you
Wong.
fucking kidding me? Yeah, okay. I mean, whatever. I don't
Like
value Connor
Wong, I
that
don't really
much,
care
but
about, but if you Casas and Abreu,
yeah, get
I'm
the
out.
fuck
I'm
out of
out.
here.
I'm out.
If
That's
that's
the
really
greed
where
they
it
talked about in the
starts,
Bible.
yeah, I am so sick of this. Ugh. Anyway, Fitz, what are your thoughts?
No, I was letting you guys cook there.
Ugh, I don't know. Who cares? Fix the pitching. They
Go
could
get me
they
some
could not do
pitching. Go get me
anything.
some pitching.
They could not do a single thing to the offense, and I would honestly think that that's fine for the most part.
Yeah. 'cause you
Oh,
got more help
timeout.
coming.
I have another thing I want to get pissed off about. Backtracking to Devers at third base, independent of the Casas stuff. Why don't can't they just fucking teach Meyer or Campbell third base if this is so pressing? Like both those guys are good defenders, right? I'm certain one of them has an arm to play third base. Like
I would imagine Campbell's more likely than Meyer. but I think I
Okay.
agree.
Well,
'Cause
you have
'cause
two.
at least-
You have two top 10 middle infield prospects in baseball. I'm sure
Ooh.
one of them can throw 90 feet or 100, whatever it is. Like I think they'd be all right there. Why instead of wasting resources like for geriatric Nolan Arenado? I feel like I'm going insane. I really, it's like
It makes no
it's just
sense.
it's just resource. It's just asset management. It's like.
It doesn't
it's a
make
horrible
no
way to-
sense for Arenado if you're able to do Yoshida, but again, that's
Yes,
such
I
a-
agree,
a
Fitz. I agree,
small-
and that is proposed by some people. That doesn't
that
really
is the
make
one
sense anyway.
The one single situation where I could get with the Arenado thing.
Like if you're
The-
dumping money, you don't often take back money. That's usually like and the antithesis of
Yeah.
what you're trading him for. But yeah, I do agree that if you could do that in the same move and kill two birds with one stone, like that's fine. But
but to take
outside
on
of that,
money, additionally,
yeah, outside of
having
that
Yoshida
precise
there, yeah.
scenario that you've presented, I just think this is all worthless speculation. Like, there's teaching Meyer or Campbell third. Honestly, the more I talk about it, like that's just do that.
Honestly-
one of those guys, likely both of them, is probably in the majors by the end of the summer. Like that's just do that. If Story's healthy, he's got short covered. You've got 10 fucking guys that can play second base. Not necessarily well, but there's a lot of guys that can play second base. Like you have a plethora of this is like with Willie Adames. Why are we even talking about that? We have 10 middle infielders, 10 infielders on this team.
I would say I would be open to signing Adames and moving Devers to DH if we wanted to do that. But like, it's still. Then you're just obviously. We talked about it with Lou, and Lou's like, there's a lot of sweat. There's a lot.
Acquiring infielders is baffling to
More
me right now.
infielders. Build the whole team out of them.
Give me all the infield. I love infielders.
What the Yoda meme?
Yeah, going back for more infielders.
More infielders.
And I mean, really, it's the same thing with the outfield for the most part. Like, and there's a reason that Soto, like, this sounds, I don't know how else to word this, but like you're basically making an exception for Soto because he's a 26-year-old Hall of Famer. But like you certainly also do not need outfielders. Like that's full too.
Yeah.
I just and one right-handed bat that has some pop. That's all I ask, and then you're done. It's fun.
And then you don't need to touch the offense after that.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Except for like I don't know, a backup catcher, but.
Yeah,
at that
focus
point,
on the
really cares?
fucking arms, man. It's crazy that all these things are getting thrown. It genuinely is baffling, and are the MLB GMs smarter than me? Some of them, probably, not all of them. I'm certain. It's like so maybe they see something we don't. The average Joe doesn't. The Red Sox have like 15 position players for 8 spots. I mean, it's they're flush there. Are they all like all-star level players? I don't 4 or 5 of them. Yeah, maybe. Especially if you start counting the prospects, like they really just don't need to do a lot there. And I think we're in, this is like the dog days of the offseason before everything kicks off. So people have to write their articles, yada yada yada. But it's like we're making shit up. We're throwing shit at the wall.
Yeah.
We're throwing shit at the wall right now. And I don't like it.
Yeah,
I'm done.
I mean, like I said, if you really want to shake up the offense, let the pitchers you go out and decide that. Like, if you really want to blow.
What does that
things
mean?
up.
I don't know what that means.
Like in terms of like, all right, if you get freed, then sure, go get a better third baseman defensively. But if you go, like I said, if you go get Snell and Crochet and there's a lot of swing and miss stuff, I don't need to touch Devers over at third.
I also there's plenty of like glove first infielders on the scrap heap. Like if you were really
Like
if this was something that's
for,
really bothering you, you don't need to go trade for $100 million of Nolan Arenado. Like I know that we love names.
Absolutely,
everybody loves
asinine.
names. Ugh,
We love
Jesus
names.
H.
we love our names.
Don't we, folks? This fucking dog, dude. He doesn't stop.
It's all right, Fitz. Don't worry about it.
It's impressive tonight. It's impressive.
Yeah, that's steady, man. He's gonna be hoarse.
Oh, I just had these guys when we
No, he's
broke.
not. No,
These are
he's
so
not.
fucking good.
Oh, those
Oh,
Evans
The
Love
blueberry
Lil
ones.
Bites.
I love how like wet they are. Is that weird? Is that weird?
Yeah, they
to
are.
say?
They're moist. They're moist.
Yeah. Oh, I could have 1,000. I could have 1,000.
Yeah, those are real good.
a delicacy. Fellas, do we want to do songs of the week?
Oh,
yes,
shit.
of course.
Yeah,
of
might as well.
course. Oh my gosh.
Liam, do you want to start us off?
Um,
Emoji of the week, by the way, the Italian flag for Lou Merloni.
Oh, the emoji.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What did I
smart.
say?
Oh, I'm going up.
I don't know what you said. I
Did I
I
not say
didn't
emoji
really
of the
hear
week?
you.
No, well,
No. You may have, but I didn't really hear you.
But anyways, Liam.
I'm going Cracklin' Rosie, Neil Diamond. It's a banger. Been listening to it a lot lately. So
There you go.
there you go.
Singer-songwriter.
Mine is "What Is This Feeling" by Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo. From Wicked. Fucking love that
Which you
song.
said you
Really good
loved.
song. Yeah, I loved it. It was really good.
Jake was taking videos and photos the whole time.
I sure was.
He's holding space. He's holding space.
We saw an early Fitz. What's your song? Share your song first.
Oh, Caravan from The Last Waltz.
Okay,
I was
nice.
gonna transition to
We
the-
saw it in IMAX. Like it was like an early screening, so it was when they went on sale, the tickets sold out really quick. So we were like on this massive IMAX screen. I think it's like the biggest in like the Northeast, I want to say. Lincoln Square, and we were like off to the side. It was like that meme with fifth row, like the Oppenheimer picture where his chin is massive. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yes.
That was like almost our view. It was a little better than that, but that's kind of how I watched Wicked. Good picture, though. Good picture.
As is The Last Waltz, which I watched again this weekend.
Yeah, I watched a bunch of clips.
Yeah, you can.
Fits.
I mean, you can kind of get a lot of the gist of it.
I get my the night they drove Old Dixie down and the Wait, and I'm good for another couple months. Those
Van
are my.
Morrison playing with the band. It's Caravan by the band, by the way, Christy, from The Last Waltz, the live album. Van Morrison doing like those power kicks towards that.
I love a good
outro
Van Morrison.
of-
I love some good Van Morrison.
I'm telling you, Caravan from that concert. Van Morrison's all coked up, probably. You know, as is everybody.
Well,
else.
I think you could say with certainty.
I think a prerequisite to being on that stage was that you were coked up that night.
Yeah.
That Thanksgiving night.
It was
in
76. Come on.
76.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, right? You know?
Come on.
It's
Be
so
weird
cool
if you
that
weren't.
They served people turkey dinners beforehand.
Yeah.
Very cool part of the lore. But no, it's special.
Is a name.
And then Levon fucking killing it on the drums and singing at the same time. Alex was falling asleep, like kind of like half watching, but she poked her head up during Up on Cripple Creek, and she was like, "It's so
Up
impressive
on
that he's able to play
Cripple
drums
Creek."
like that and sing the way that he does."
I know.
Levon
He was special. Levon.
He was special.
He was special.
That quote he has about rock and roll is like, you take
Yeah.
a little rhythm and
What was
make
it?
you
One of my
dance,
favorite memes
come
in the
together.
whole wide world is
The sniper. Yeah.
no. It's the guy standing behind. Is it the
Undertaker?
Undertaker?
I don't think
And
it's
he's-
Undertaker, but yeah, it's
No, it's
Robbie,
but it's
yeah.
a guy. The guy in front it says Robbie Robertson, thinking he's the star of The Last Waltz, and then behind him there's like a large looming figure, and it says Levon Helm preparing to sing "The Night They Drove Old Dixie Down." It really is one of the most amazing musical performances I've ever seen.
crazy.
The fact that he is singing like that and drumming like that at the same time is baffling. I don't know. He was special.
it was special.
He was special. You know,
Guys,
Levon's
is it-
Elton. Oh,
I was gonna say, is it gonna piss you both off that one, I've never seen The Last Waltz, and two, I've never seen Wicked?
no, not seeing Wicked's fine. I mean, the Broadway show.
Yeah, never seen it.
I mean, you
It
were
pisses
pretty
me
far.
off that I told you that The Last Waltz was free on YouTube, and you immediately went, "No, that pisses
No,
me off."
I mean, I had to work today. Come on, get out of here.
Work. It's the week of Thanksgiving. Nothing gets done.
Fitz, did you
Yeah,
know that
that's fair. Maybe
Levon
tomorrow.
by Elton John is named after
Yep.
Levon Helm?
Mm-hmm. I did.
Okay.
Wow. How about
Yeah.
that? I didn't know that.
It's a great song.
Yeah.
Levon.
It is a good song.
Shout out Levon Helm.
Levon likes his money.
Money.
Is that all we got? Is that all we got, fellas?
me a good man.
This
a
is almost
2-hour
This is a
episode.
2 hour
We're pushing
special.
2 bills,
Christmas
yeah.
special.
You know what?
Cornucopia of Red Sox
For your
content.
travels for the holidays, if you're going to
Exactly. This will be out.
If you're going to the in-laws' house for dinner, am I right?
Bitch wife.
Who's in North Carolina, Fitz? You've
Alex's aunt and uncle are down there, so we're visiting them.
Nice.
Yeah,
How lovely.
yeah.
Where's
Taking a drive.
what's Big Marsh doing? Is he riding with you?
He's riding with.
Oh,
What he's doing right now is still barking his head off, but yeah.
you holding space? Are you holding space for
We will
Big
be
Marsh?
holding. Someone
For Big
will be
Marsh.
holding him. So if we name him Space, someone will literally be holding space with that.
Are you flying?
Driving.
Oh, okay.
I got the first shift.
That's
Flying
fucking-
flying back from St. Louis with Mabel was the worst 2 hours of my life.
Really?
She would not shut the fuck
Trying
up.
to get out of the.
It didn't matter.
Oh.
She would not nonstop. Eventually, the flight attendants came over and were like, "You can just hold her." Everybody's fucking going banana. Like everybody was looking at me. I mean, it was a fucking catastrophe. But we're home. We made it. And then my Uber back from LaGuardia was like an hour and a half.
Oh.
A fucking nightmare. Oh my gosh, I miss Logan so much. It took me 15 minutes to get to Logan.
I love going to Logan.
I
hopped in
know.
an Uber at 6 a.m. this morning.
I'll tell you what, though,
in line at
LaGuardia.
security at 6:15.
LaGuardia now, very nice.
I've never been to LaGuardia. I've left
It
that
used to be
JFK
a
couple times,
disgusting shithole, but LaGuardia is really nice now.
but how about that? Never been to Newark either. Actually, that's a lie. I think I had a layover there once. In Newark. I
okay.
think.
I've done all three in some shape or form.
You're collecting the New York, New Jersey airports like Infinity Stones.
Got them all.
All right, I gotta make sure that this dog isn't bashing his head into the wall. So is that all we got?
That's all I got.
That's all I got.
I gotta edit this episode too. So a great episode of Pod on Lansdowne in the books. We appreciate
One of
you
our
listening
best,
to all
maybe.
of it.
Maybe one of our best.
Up there. Absolutely up there. Jonah says, thanks for taking me through my Northeast regional trip. You know I got you. Jonah. Thank you so much for listening, wherever you are. And wherever you are, we hope you
Whenever
enjoy
you
your
are.
holiday. We will talk to you in 2 weeks' time. Until then, for Jake, for Liam, for Mabel, for Marshall. He's saying goodbye right now. For Lou Merlone, I'm Fitz, you're you. We'll talk to you next time. Until then, go Sox. Enjoy your turkey or ham. And obey your mother.
Obey your mother.
Go Sox. I feel like this is the end of a Smiling Friends episode where Pim would be like, "Happy Thanksgiving, everybody."
Happy Halloween!
Obey your mother.
Let Marshall get a couple more words in.
Yeah,
That's right, Marshall.
he's back there. Yep.